What if the night you were born, and you were visited by three strange figures that pointed at a burning log in the fireplace, and said, "That is how you die. How horrifying will that be?" Before we go any further, you need to understand who these women are. The Moirai. In ancient Greece, they were not worshipped like other gods. They were not prayed to. They were not begged. They were feared. Three sisters, older than Olympus itself, who existed for one purpose alone: to decide the fate of every living soul, every hero, every king, every god. Even Zeus himself was said to bow to their will. Clotho, the spinner. She draws the thread of your life from the void and sets it in motion the moment you take your first breath. Lachesis, the measurer. She determines how long that thread runs, how many years, how many heartbeats. And Atropos, the inflexible, the one whose name means she who cannot be turned. When she raises her shears, the thread ends. No bargain, no appeal, no mercy. They do not visit often, but when they do, Calydon, ancient Greece, a kingdom of stone walls and torchlight, pressed against the hills like a secret the gods hadn't decided to tell yet. Its queen, Althea, had just given birth. The child was strong, his cry cut through the night like a blade. They named him Meleager. But before the candles had settled, before the midwives had finished their work, the air in the room changed. Cold, heavy, wrong. The hearth fire flared and then shrank, and from the smoke and shadow, three figures appeared. Three ancient women. No one had opened the door. No one had heard them enter. They simply were. The Moirai, come to do what they always do. They gathered around the newborn child, their voices, the sound of dry leaves crumbling to dust. "He will live," said the first. "He will be great," said the second. And then Atropos, the third, the coldest, turned away from the child entirely. She pointed at the fire, at a single log burning in the hearth. "This boy," she said, "will live only as long as that piece of wood remains unburned." And they were gone. Althea didn't scream. She crossed that room like a force of nature, bare hands into the fire, seized the log, stamped out every ember with her own feet. She wrapped it in linen, locked it in a cedar chest, hid it, and she told herself she had won. Years passed. Meleager became everything the fates had promised. Brave, brilliant, alive in a way that made people stop and stare. He sailed with Jason and the Argonauts, and then the gods intervened. His father, King Orneus, had offered sacrifices to every god on Olympus. Every god, except one, Artemis. She noticed, and from the wild, dark places beyond the edge of civilization, she sent her answer, a monstrous boar, massive enough to uproot ancient oaks, savage enough to split stone with its tusks. It tore through Calydon like a punishment. Meleager assembled the greatest hunters of Greece to bring it down, and among them, one figure that surprised everyone. Atalanta of Arcadia, a woman, a huntress raised by bears in the wilderness. In the chaos of the hunt, it was Atalanta who drew first blood, and Meleager who delivered the killing blow. The beast fell. Calydon breathed again. Then Meleager did something that would cost him everything. He gave the prize, the glory of the hunt, to Atalanta. His uncles stepped forward, his mother's brothers, furious. The prize, they said, belonged to family, to men. They took it from her hands. Something in Meleager broke. He drew his sword. He did not hesitate. His uncles fell, both of them. The news reached Calydon by nightfall. Althea was at the loom when the messenger arrived. He told her about the hunt. He told her about the boar. He told her about her brothers. The color left her face like a tide pulling back from shore. She walked, alone, to the room where the cedar chest waited. She stood before it for a long time. Inside, wrapped in linen, was 20 years of her son's life. His first steps, his laughter, the way he looked at her like she was the whole world. All of it, she held the log over the flames. Her hands trembled and then she let it go. Far away, in the forests beyond Caledon, Meleager stopped walking. He put a hand to his chest. There was no wound, no enemy, no reason. Just fire, inside him, burning through everything. He fell to the earth. The log turned to ash. Meleager was still, and in the palace of Caledon, Althea looked at what she had done, and did not survive the weight of it. The fates never forced her hand. They didn't need to. They simply told the truth on the night he was born, and then they waited. Because fate doesn't chase you, it just waits. And that is the most terrifying thing about the Moirai. Not the spindle, not the shears, but the silence between the prophecy and its fulfillment. The years of ordinary life that passed while a locked chest sat in a dark room, while a mother told herself she had outsmarted the universe, while a son lived and loved and laughed, never knowing that every breath he took was borrowed. Every morning was a mercy the fates had already accounted for. Meleager did not die because he was weak. He did not die because the gods hated him. He died because the moment his mother chose love over fate on the night of his birth, she placed the instrument of his death in her own hands. And grief raw, ancient, unstoppable grief, completed what the fates had set in motion. 20 years before, they never lifted a finger. They never had to. The thread did not snap. It burned. If this story hit different, give it a like. It genuinely helps this channel more than you know. Subscribe if you want more legends like this. Gods, heroes, curses, and the darkest corners of the ancient world. And drop your answer in the comments below. Who do you blame? The fates for the prophecy? Meleager for the killing? Or Althea for the choice she made at that hearth? There's no right answer. And that's exactly what makes this story immortal. Was the fire ever really in the hearth? Or was it always burning inside her?